Fancy tuned in. All right. I was just trying to pin this comment that I left here. So let me see if I can. Fancy, try to get onto the thing. You have to like add yourself in, like you want to be on this. I can't add you. What is this? Oh yeah, I can add you. All right. She's connecting. Welcome back to another episode of Live Hangouts. It's been a crazy month. I feel like everybody. Hey, girl.
Hey.
Greetings. You can hear me. Everything is good. You can
You do sound a little low.
Low. Okay.
It sounds like distant back.
Distant. Okay, hold on. Let me put this up a little bit. Let me see if I can move my mic a little closer. I'm trying to have the light in the mic here. It's better.
Yeah. As you're doing it, I'm still hearing you like increase. Yeah.
Oh, okay, good. All right, so people topping on here. I was just doing a little introduction, just welcome everybody back. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you so much to Fancy taking time out of her busy ass schedule to be up here with me.
Not a problem.
You could, we could just jump right into it. Honestly, I sent you more questions than I normally send people, so we try to get it down and done. How's your day going though? How was your Wednesday, right?
It's going good. I'm good.
Okay. I've been writing Tuesday all day, so that's what I've been doing. They're like, it's Wednesday. I'm like, oh, sorry.
I got
crazy, like a real crazy month. And my birthday's coming up, so it's like all this other non-stuff that you didn't really plan for, you still got to get done. It's like, I'm ready for it to be over. But anyway, story of our lives, right?
Yeah.
All right, so we're going to get into this. Fancy, for those of you tuning in right now, she's the CEO, creator of the magazine you guys see me sharing all the time. It's kind of where I contribute, Swag Her Magazine. It's my whole, we're trying to be like, Ebony Essence. We're like the independent version of them, basically. So we're always asking you guys to like look into it, check out our opportunities to like advertise and all these things. We'll get more into that. But that's how I know this lady here. And yeah, let's get into it. So when you first launched your magazine, Swag Her, what was your goal, essentially?
When I first launched the magazine, initially I wanted to go into PR. And so people would tell me, like, I had just moved to Baton Rouge and I was in school. So people would tell me, like, why don't you interview this person, interview that person? And as I began to listen to the stories, I realized, I've always loved writing. So I was like, okay, I wanted to be able to share these stories with other women because I was so impressed with a lot of the business women that I was meeting. But I also wanted to like really share these stories and let my the women in my family see, how different life could be, like how much more life could be.
Okay, cool. So it kind of started off. It just kind of came about. You didn't really kind of plan for it. So
right.
Technically, this is kind of like what you ended up doing. Okay. So as a Black woman, what opportunities do you find are open and available to you regarding your business? So like being a Black writer or like a Black magazine, because there's not even a lot of people that even do magazines anymore, definitely not Black women. So what do you think?
To be honest, personally, I think it is a part of it is my location, but I don't really see like a lot of opportunities here in the South. I'm based in Louisiana. Our biggest market is in Atlanta, so it seems like there's a lot of opportunities that way. But I have to travel there.
Like Baton Rouge as well, just to get more people there. But we'll do it on the replay. Yeah. Okay. So you're in Louisiana.
Mm-hmm.
So you guys are New Orleans is like the big city. Baton Rouge will be like the secondary big city.
Well, yeah, and the thing is, when people think Louisiana, they instantly think New Orleans, although Baton Rouge is the capital. But then I'm also not originally from Baton Rouge, so it's like trying to infiltrate a whole nother society.
I got you. Okay, cool. All right, so next question. Being a CEO is like being like the captain of a sports team is what I like to say, right? How do you keep your team like energized, us as the writers? Like, how do you keep us all focused?
Look, this is something, and when I saw this and I was like, okay, this is kind of difficult because I really, over the years, now I've been doing this for almost 10 years.
Right.
And for the first 8 years or whatever, I really struggled with leadership and like just really knowing how to communicate with people, realizing that people want that feedback. They want to hear from me. And I would try to like push other people into that position.
Gotcha.
So now I've been just like recategorizing things. And I realized as I've stepped more into a leadership role, we actually have several teams, which means that it makes it kind of difficult. But I try to check in like with everybody like once a week. That's kind of been my goal.
Right. Yeah, I'm part of her team in that way. So I totally get it. And I admire it because it's something I put out ads for looking for writers and I can't even, you know what I mean? It's like, it's very hard to even get people to contribute and
it is
to write. That's one aspect of it. Then like once you get people start getting, it's like, am I gonna get paid? It's just a lot of different moving parts. So I totally get it. I admire you. It's like, I love it. Love you. It's like, it's really good. As a writer now, what kinds of stories do you like to create, or like to, you know, you'd want, I guess, more swag to be kind of known for, I guess, like what type of storytelling?
We're really big on like education. Like I love, I'm not gonna lie, like I love to see people like go from victim to victor. You know, like I want to see you win. But I like for them to be authentic. A lot of times people try to like sugarcoat the story. I lose interest. Like, tell me what you really did. You know what I mean? I want to know the struggle, and then at the same time though, I don't just want to know the struggle so that I'm inspiring someone. I want you to kind of share some tips, you know, that other people can take away from this and be able to apply to their own lives. Those are the things that I like to share.
Yeah. That's one of the things I like, the kind of freedom you give us to write, because I pitch a lot of you guys tuning in. A lot of us, I write like a lot of interviews because I feel like that same thing. I mean, it's cool to write our point of view, and yeah, it's an editorial, so it's mostly what we think, and that's kind of the voice of the brand. But what I saw was a lack of getting other people's stories, you know, because as a reader, outside of us being a writer, you want to learn something. You want to be like, well, I've been in a similar situation. You know, like, for example, we did this interview for the Pink Panther. I think that one was like really good because we tapped into like women. It was just like a lot. So that one, you know,
that was a good one.
Yeah, you know. So I never knew that about you, but I'm happy that you said that because that's how I felt about it, and that's really good. People want to know the story. They don't want the nonsense bullshit. You know, they just really don't.
Right.
So, okay. Cool. No, yeah, you know me. I'm from New York, straight up. What do you think is lacking in today's Black entertainment? Like, let's move to what void are we kind of trying to fill, or
I think actually content wise, like I really thought about this. I was thinking like content wise, there's a lot of good content out there. But what it seems like we're really lacking is funding to be able to properly produce this content. You know, like I see so much stuff, you know, just like creatives, we're always creating and we're steadily evolving and growing. And then social media, you know, all these tools are out there, but we don't really have the funds to like really produce it at the scale, you know, or even timely. You know, we don't have those funds to be able to do that. And I wish that it was more opportunities like that, because I see like even brands that aren't even really media companies in that way, like MailChimp, you know. I don't know if anyone uses them, but like they're doing little backstory videos, you know, like, but y'all got money to do
content
that.
now. Everybody, it doesn't matter what it is, it's like everybody needs Google does Google Doodles for content, you know, like because this is the world we're living in. It's changing really fast. So yeah, 100%. Funny enough, I'll share this little story with you guys. Were you saying that, you know, it's like this void in the Black community as far as funding. We don't have a void in being creative or entertaining people, or, you know, it is, because that's like, I heard Jay-Z one time say that's our natural born talent kind of being in this country. Is like we were born to be talented, dancing, rapping, singing, writing, whatever it is, using our, you know, God-given talents essentially. I wanted a job interview just because I'm trying to fund my own stuff more. So I'm like, all right, I'm trying to get this job. It's paying a little bit more. And you know, that whole game we all do. We all have 9 to 5, or most of us. And if you don't have a 9 to 5 and you have clients, it's still work. You have to get paid from someone to do what you really want to do. You know, so either way. Yeah. I'm like at the interview and they're telling me like, you know, you sound like a person that should have your own brand and you should be doing this. And, you know, you can't. And they literally said to me, this is the first time I've heard this in an interview. You can't do this while working full time. Like, you need to get part time, get an investor and all this. And I'm just looking at him like, bro, like, you're telling me something.
Yeah. Look, I've been back and forth for years trying to balance the two.
Fancy so that everybody could be lit. Like, I don't have it. It was just crazy. But other side of it, it's like what I am and what I'm becoming. It's so much on the outward that people are seeing it. Like, you're not an employee, you're a boss. It's like, you know, so it's crazy to me, and I had to share it with someone, so you got it. Let's move on. How does social media affect the way you see yourself? Twitter, Facebook.
Social media and I have we have like a love-hate relationship. When I first started out with social media, like, I will not lie, I saw what it can do for my brand, but for me personally, like mentally, you know, of course it breeds comparison breeds competition, and it's like a cycle. So I actually will go on like social media fast, and I realized like the last time I went on my fast, like when I came back, girl, it's been really different. Like, half of my following, they messing with me right now, you know, and I'm like, okay, but I was like, but I had to do that for myself at the end of the day.
Yeah. Same here. When I came back, I was working in social media. So it's different when you like do it for creative and your job as a social media manager. It's a lot of work. So when I came back from living in LA, I'm back in New York now, staying in my grandma's house. It's like, I didn't feel the need to be up there number one because I was just going through my own depressive space. But I really took time to like and reevaluate like what is it that you really need, or not just me, like clients or people who have all these goals and ambition. I'm like, but what are you? Because a lot of them, to tell the truth, our job is not to convert these likes to sales. It's just to keep you relevant with your competitors. You know, so I'm like, so what's your real? You know, and it really kind of adjusted me. And now I'm like working in social media, also helping a brand build, but I have a lot different, like my approach is completely different, you know? So I definitely, everyone who's tuned in right now, if you feel like you need to take a break, you should take a break. Because when you come back, it's like this, I don't know, you kind of get to start over, I feel like, you know? That's how fast social media goes. You could take a week off.
And it also kind of like
one
thing I realized, like I used to be that person that was always like, oh, I have this thought. Let me share this. I have this idea. Let me share that. And I had already kind of began to like realize like, hey, you kind of oversharing. But I've always been like, okay, maybe I'm, you know, there's someone else out there who can relate to this. So I don't mind. I'm an open book.
Sure. Well, you definitely dropped a lot of people were commenting and loving all that stuff you were saying. So that was a good point. We'll highlight that in our replay. So moving on to the next question. In my last blog, I discussed the presence of like energy shift between like masculine and like feminine. And I was explaining like, you know, as a female, we have masculine and feminine energies. As a guys have masculine and feminine energies. You know what I mean? All the stuff we see in the Donald Trump, the Hillary Clinton, all this stuff that's going on. I'm like, do you feel like you have to act like a guy sometimes to be taken seriously? Like your masculine energy has been towards the front because that's what they say. We've been living in this time. Or have you like experienced any change in like your consciousness at all within maybe like the last maybe 5 years, 10 years?
Not so much. Actually, like I'm a very kind of prissy girl. And I used to like really be like, and I'm sorry, this kind of even go with the social media thing. Okay, for years I just was really like value me for my work and not my looks or anything, you know. But I'm kind of starting to see that, hey, sometimes I have to play into that a little, but tracing that back to social media. And I hate to just go back to that. I did want to share this because I think it's kind of crazy. Like as a writer, you know, I share my work and it's like maybe 1 to 3 likes. I share a photo of myself. It's like 200 likes. Oh, everybody want to hit you. Like, you know, no. And it's so crazy. Like, for years, I really battled with that because I was like, okay, you know, that's not what I want people to look at. Even growing up, like, middle school, high school, that was not my thing. But now I'm like, okay, you know what? And then I'm also getting older. So, hey, if I have to get you to first look at my face before you can actually say, hey, that she has a brain here, then I'm going to do that. Because oftentimes, even like, especially, it seems like when you're using that masculine energy, it's going to be with another man. And, you know, men, that could clash in a way. So, hey, I know my role.
That is, I mean, and you're good looking. So, I mean, people.
And your camera flipped too. I don't know if you know, but the last movie was Black Panther, and I am currently rereading the 48 Laws of Power.
Oh, okay, cool. What would you like to leave our audience with tonight? Because we basically went through all our questions, wrapping up. What do you want everyone to like to know about you?
Okay. One thing I think is a misconception, and it again kind of goes with the whole social media thing. I've been like really trying to work on my brand messaging, like for my personal brand. But I think that oftentimes, oh, she works in women empowerment, that I'm just supposed to be, I don't know, this. I mean, I am a woman faith, but I'm also kind of a woman. So, you know, it's kind of hard trying to like get people to see it. Like, I don't want to be business all the time. I like to laugh. I love to like when I am on, you know, social media, I'm laughing at whatever it is y'all posting. But also I'm not as naive as, you know what I mean? Like I've grown a lot over the years. So, so I guess that's kind of it.
Okay, cool. And then also you guys have a podcast. You and Arnea. Arnea like helps out at the magazine too. She makes sure all our stuff is in order. So let's talk about that a little quick because we have some time here. People still tuned in. When's the next? But where people can find the podcast right now? Where can they hear it?
They can find us on Spotify. The name of the podcast is Theories and Thoughts. So we do the replays on Spotify on Fridays, and then of course they're always there. We're on YouTube under the Swagger Mag channel, and then we also do the video replay on the website as well. And then we record live every Tuesday at 7 p.m. Central.
Okay, cool. So there you guys have it. If you want to see more of this beautiful lady, tune in every Tuesday because she's live.
Right.
So much for getting this done with me. This was like a long time coming. I've been sending her emails since like December. It's like always trying to, figure it out. But yeah, we did it. So it's done. And yeah, I hope everybody that tuned in loved what we had going on. You can catch the replay of this video on the same channel, Swag Her Magazine. Our YouTube will promote the link and everything for you guys. And yeah, that's it. Thank you. Talk to you next time.
Thank you, Tahyira. And I just want to say you're my first interview of 2020. So yeah, I'm really excited. I'm glad that it was you, and I enjoyed this.
Oh, thank you, girl. Thank you. Thank you so much. All right. I'll catch you next time.
Bye.
Bye.